God damn that wretched tone pot. I don't have enough boost. How many of you have said that? How many of you have maybe said, if only I had a little bit more drive? How many of you have gone, it just doesn't seem natural? Oh, it ruins the tone, man. Certainly not me. But I can tell you that I wish I had more boost. You know what the common fix is? Buy an amp with more gain. Do you want more boost? You want more drive? Buy an overdrive pedal. Buy a fuzz pedal. Because ultimately, these bad boys, your volume and tone pots, are your best friend. Here's why. Playing at a gig, let me just move this. Let's say you're playing at a gig, right? Things are jamming, things are cooking. The band's running hot. You're on point with all your riffs and all the chords. You know, you've got it down packed, mate. But then when it comes to the guitar solo, there's two things that really should only happen when you go for a guitar solo. Is that you should have just that little bit extra boost, or just that little bit extra cutting through the mix. And also, well, so people can hear you playing a solo, right? One, it should be left to the audio engineer, because ultimately they're going to be watching you when you go for a solo. You can have a boost pedal, you can have another overdrive pedal over the top, but all that's going to do is just add more noise. It's not actually going to make you sound better. Ultimately, the best boost pedal out there is your sound engineer. Or ultimately, here's the other trick. You have your volume and your tone pot. How about try using them for a change? Yes, that's right, tone purists. That's right, hipsters. When you're playing... What you can do is rock back the volume tone. How cool is that, right? You can also pull back the tone pot to actually bring down the overall, how should I say it, the overall volume and also your frequency range. It's going to soften the sharpness of your guitar a little bit, but that's what you want in a mix. When you're playing live, no one's going to worry about your sound. No one's going to worry about what makes you, identify as different to the next Tom, Dick, or Harry playing at on the same lineup. No one's going to pay attention to that. They've got too many beers in them. Realistically, all I want to hear is you really showing off what you can do as a guitar player. So you can get your cooking riff, and you can go like this. Do you get it? Where I'm coming from, yeah? It's not so much actually telling you to turn down the ego a little bit. You can have all the ego you want, because, ultimately that brings out more of the performance, right? And it actually brings people in to see your band. And, you could walk over to your amplifier and do the one thing that all audio engineers hate. Walk up to your amp and turn it up mid-set. If you turn it up mid-set and stay there, your audio engineer will just mute you, because you're too damn loud and you ruined up his perfectly well-balanced mix. So have a chat to the audio engineer before you start your set. Get to know them. if you're just working with the house engineer, and let them know that you play a little bit of rhythm and lead. You like mucking around with maybe your tone, your volume pot to turn up for solos. I know a lot of lecturers or facilitators at universities now actually tell or try to embed it into a lot of audio, people studying audio, to pay attention to what the guitar player is doing. Pay attention, because they might go for a solo, they might just turn themselves up a little bit, and you might not need to touch your fader. Or if they're not touching anything at all, no pedals, no amp changes or anything, then he can do all the changes. I know Rob Chapman, he's his sound engineer. He has like a set sound engineer that he plays with, and he physically turns up Rob's guitar when he goes for a solo. So consider your options. You just end up being the bonehead that walks over to an amplifier and turns it up halfway through through the set just to play a solo, and then you don't bother walking back over to turn it down to play your chords again, and then you drown out the other guitar player or the rest of the band or even your vocals. It actually bleeds into the mics on stage and then makes your band sound muddy. And then 2, it also just makes you look like an absolute moron. My advice is just think about that. Utilize these 2, your volume and tone. They are your best friends. Or better yet, if you're not liking the amount of boost you're not getting, buy yourself a overdrive pedal, or a good overdrive pedal, a better one than what you have, or just buy yourself a better damn amplifier. It'll save you a lot of time and stress in the long run. Thank you so much for watching. Another Tech Tip Tuesday brought to you by myself, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you around in the next video. Keep it at 11, guys.